Welcome back to the second segment of Faithletic, the podcast here on a Thursday night. November 21st, I believe, is the date. You are segment number 2. If you just joined us, then you missed out on a dynamic first hour.
It was a great first hour.
It was. We had New England Dan on.
Crushed it. He is our resident New England Patriots fan. That's right.
Little concern in his voice there.
He was concerned.
I didn't get the cockiness out of him I usually hear.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that the Cowboys are so talented that he didn't take him for granted there. So
he definitely didn't.
No, I don't think you can.
I think I used the word earlier, disappointed. I expected a little bit more razzing from him.
Yeah, I think that there's, but I also think that's the a general feeling for Patriot Nation right now.
It could be. I mean, even though we're 8-1, it must be nice to be 8-1 and be worried.
Right?
Because I'm 6-4 and really worried.
I don't think you gotta worry
about the Cowboys.
Nah.
Yeah, you do. Where have you been?
I just don't think you have to worry.
Yeah, well,
they're so talented.
They are good, but they still have Jason Garrett factor.
Oh yeah, he'll bring you down.
And you said earlier in the first segment they may be the worst coach team in the NFL.
Which is wild because they're the most talented and worst coached.
Yep.
My opinion.
Yep.
Hot take.
Yep.
Hot take. Because Jerry's not a good coach.
Jerry's not even coaching. He thinks he is.
Are you sure?
You know that all his former players call him coach.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they used to play for him.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's why Jason Garrett's there, y'all.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so we promised to start the segment out with overvalued, undervalued, or money. So those of you who are joining us for the first time, it's our very own original spotlight program where we basically evaluate a player, a coach, an entertainer, a food, an object, a show, a movie, a song. Whatever we feel like it because it's our show.
It's our show, dang it.
And we either call it overvalued, which is, it thinks it's hot stuff and really not all that
really
hot
not
stuff.
That great.
Or undervalued, which it's not given enough credit, or right on the money. So you want to get me today, or am I getting you?
You got it today.
So I'm getting you, or you're getting me?
You're. I'm saying if it's overvalued, undervalued, or money.
Okay.
You got it.
So I'm going to question you.
Yeah, you question me.
Okay. All right. Okay. So overvalued, undervalued, or money.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys.
It's a hard question.
It is.
Because you want to say undervalued because of their talent. You could say money because they're right on the money, but I think that they're not. They should be better, too.
Yeah.
So I am going to go undervalued.
They're undervalued.
I don't know how to say this because they should be better.
Yeah.
Maybe they're right on the money. I don't know. With coaching, their money. Just say, well, we're going to say...
Are they who you think they are?
The Cowboys are not who I thought they were.
Gee.
They should be better. They should be 8-2.
So that would be overvalued, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
They're overvalued.
Yeah, I guess
if
so.
we're looking at it from that perspective.
Man.
Because they're exactly where I thought they were, which is basically a 9-7 team, and right now that's what they are. They're a 9-7 team. So they're exactly what I thought they were.
Sure.
Which is undervalued.
Sure.
Well, overvalued.
Right. Right.
I don't even know my own show. There you go.
You did this.
I'm the one who invented the format.
I know.
Well, we did.
You did. We did it. We did together. Together, baby.
We. Like Maverick.
Help
and
me,
Goose.
help you.
Help me, help you.
Show me the money. Nailed it.
We haven't even started getting into like movie quotes and oh my gosh. So there's a good one. Okay,
yeah,
so here we go. Overvalued, undervalued, or money. Jerry Maguire.
You know what? Can I tell you, be honest with you?
Yeah.
I've never seen the full movie.
Oh my gosh. That's like saying you've never seen The Godfather.
Not quite. I was 4th grade when it came out. No, I will say this. I love Jerry Maguire because of that line, and Bruce Springsteen had a song in there, Secret Garden,
Uh-huh.
that I actually think he won an Oscar for.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I definitely could be mistaken though. So, anyway, Bruce.
So
is
do
my
I need to move?
favorite
Do I
of all
move on to
time.
another one, or are you claiming I can't?
What do you say? Do you think that movie's overrated? Money. It's on the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Okay, let me ask you this question and go off on
Okay.
a tangent.
Okay.
What's the best Tom Cruise movie?
See, I'm not a. See, that's a difficult question because I don't like Tom Cruise. I don't like him.
That's how I don't like Tom Cruise as a he's just weird to me.
His belief process,
Sure.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Sure, but he's a good actor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna. This is embarrassing. I've seen, and you know how big a Rocky fan I am, right? And
Yes.
Godfather fan,
yes.
all that stuff.
Yes.
There's one movie that I bet you I've seen from start to finish 20 times.
What is it? The Last Samurai.
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Top Gun's one of the best movies of all time, though.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's probably my favorite Tom Cruise movie.
A Few Good Men's a great
Pretty good.
movie.
You can't handle the
You
truth.
can't handle the truth. Gosh, Jack Nicholson's old, by the way. He's 82.
Wow.
Still going to every Laker game, though.
Speaking of Jack Nicholson, the new movie that's come out called Sleep Doctor
Yes.
is a sequel to The Shining.
Is that right?
Yes.
I missed that.
And it apparently
Another movie I've ever seen.
Really?
I'm just telling you, Dan.
I don't know if we
missed
can
it.
be friends anymore.
We have to be friends.
There's 2 movies you haven't seen.
I know. I get it.
You have seen The Godfather.
Yes, I have seen
All
The
of them?
Godfather. Nope, only 1 and 2.
Okay, but 3 wasn't that good.
People tell me I don't need to see
But I have it
3.
right down there if you want to
All
borrow
right,
it.
I'll
so.
borrow it. Got it.
So what was the one we just did on money?
Tom Cruise?
No.
No, we did Jerry Maguire.
Jerry
is what you
Maguire,
said,
and you
yeah.
hadn't seen it.
Not all the way through.
Not all the way through.
No.
But I
You
answered it
complete
for
me.
you, money.
I
Yeah.
know all of the
Yeah.
cultural, and
Yeah.
I might have seen it. I think it's one of those movies that it came on and I was interested, and I watched the second half on TBS and then watched the first half later. I think that's probably what happened, honestly. But it's more of a chick flick anyway.
You think it is?
Oh yeah, You Complete Me.
Well, that part is, but it's kind of a movie that guys can relate to too. 'Cause
Sure.
there's sports involved.
It's kind of a best of both worlds a little bit.
Okay. So overvalued, undervalued, or money?
Okay.
Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh,
You thought I was gonna hit you with it, dude?
undervalued. So here's the thing. My dad, who's the man, he does this thing, and it's actually coming from my grandpa Dave, who is also the man. Thoughts and prayers go to him for sure. But Grandpa Dave would put all of the leftovers together in a pan, heat them up. So mashed potatoes, stuffing, turkey, anything that was in there. And he'd all stir it together called turkey hash. So good. It sounds disgusting, and it looks disgusting, but it's brilliant. Get that
You'd have to
gravy in
blindfold
there.
me. You have to blindfold me.
Yeah, okay.
Because
okay.
I'm one of the eat with your eyes kind of guy.
Yeah,
and
then that doesn't look good.
It doesn't
It's-
sound good or look good.
It definitely doesn't look appetizing, but I look forward to it every year. So, but this time I'll be in
What's it called?
turkey hash.
Okay.
This time
I was getting ready to
though,
call it
I'll be in
succotash or something
Cozumel. Yeah.
You won't get it this year, huh?
All right. No.
You make your own?
I might. I don't
You
know.
gonna
We'll
have
see.
turkey dinner on the cruise?
I hope so.
Are you going with your family or just you and your wife?
Me and my wife, and then my in-laws will be
Okay.
there too. So
Yay.
yes. Okay. I'll give you a few. How
Okay.
about that?
So we're gonna extend the
Yeah, we're
value
gonna.
to value.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Special edition.
Absolutely.
Okay. I can't believe I still got that going.
Did you not
Yeah.
realize it? I should have told you. I just thought you were doing it.
No,
as a
I just forgot it was on. It's
I love it. Let's do this. How about cranberry sauce?
Oh. Don't even get me started. Overvalued.
Okay.
I hate cranberry
You
sauce.
hate cranberry sauce.
I won't touch it. Can't even get it on the
Okay.
same.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Overvalued, undervalued, or money. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I'm not a big parade guy. For me, it's overvalued.
It's money.
It's okay. Probably for most
It's
people.
Santa.
But it's just I'm not a parade guy.
Okay. All right.
I sound like the Grinch now, aren't I?
I don't know about that, but okay.
Give me something I can get excited about.
Okay, let's see. This one might be touchy for a few people.
Uh-oh.
Overvalued, undervalued, or money? The Beatles. This could hurt feelings.
Well,
this could hurt my feelings.
So, I'm not a big fan. However, he's going now. We're done. There's too much water over the bridge now. Although I do really like some of their songs, but I don't know. I'd probably say they're money just because they're great, but I'm just not a big fan.
So, okay, here's the question. Here's a great question.
Okay.
Since we're both into music.
Yeah.
I asked, my buddy has a podcast, which if you're out there listening to our podcast, I would also recommend this podcast. It is a comedy podcast done by two Christian guys.
Yep.
One of my best friends, Brad Ellis. And I called into their radio show. And they've actually have a top 10 comedy podcast on Apple. Like, it's one of the
This is the one you're telling me about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So listen to them. But I asked them last week if you could, you had your own music festival.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
What top 3 bands of all time are you taking?
Living or not?
Living or not?
No. Oh. That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to think about
it.
This
Almost caused a real division.
All right, I'm gonna go off my just if I was are we business for my own entertainment or for just the biggest production of all time?
I would any way you want it. Like, this is yours, and I have 3 right off the bat. If you need to think about it,
go.
Bruce Springsteen's my favorite of all time. Will always be. No doubt about it. Second, I would pick the Beatles. They're my second favorite band of all time.
Okay.
Third, Pearl Jam. I love Pearl Jam.
Well, I like their third one better than I like the first
Yes, I get it. But I love Pearl Jam. And those are my 3 favorite bands. All influenced by each other, too. Beatles influence Springsteen. Springsteen influence Eddie Vedder.
Okay. Elvis Presley.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's got to be there.
Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you?
Right.
Do you even know who they are?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dust in the Wind.
Yeah.
Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah.
But that's like, to me, that's it.
What do you mean
That's their catalog.
Not really.
Okay.
This would be tough. Man.
It's a good question.
That third one's tough. I'm not a massive. I mean, I like rock and roll, and I've listened to it, and I listen to any kind of music. I'm more of a country fan.
Yeah.
It
actually makes me second guess my third pick because I forgot how much I love Garth Brooks.
Yeah, well, Garth is in there.
Yeah.
I'd have to. If I could have a trio of maybe Garth Brooks, Hank Williams, and Kenny Chesney, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, I'm like really second guessing Pearl as much as I love Pearl Jam, but I love Garth.
Yeah, Garth's and I've never seen him in person.
I've seen him twice,
but
and he is incredible.
But I love his music. I like I like him. I like his journey. Talking about a guy that was falling off bar stools in Stillwater, Oklahoma, to for years coming from nothing to something.
Sure.
And just Kenny Chesney's talent, and then just the pure raw country of Hank Williams.
I've seen Kenny Chesney twice too, and he puts on a great show.
He's one of the best entertainers.
Garth
in the world.
to me is a better entertainer, just head to head.
Yeah.
Garth plays, and this is the same for Springsteen as well. You are in an auditorium of 20,000 people, but it feels like
you're the
it's
only one.
you and your buddies in and Bruce or Garth.
Watch this play.
Will Fuller.
Look at that.
That
throw.
looks like it's way over his head.
Look at that throw.
Nice throw, great catch.
Look at that throw.
Deshaun Watson.
That was a heck of a throw. Look at that.
Like I said, the Bears just got to feel awful that they don't have Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. Man, that's a good question. That's really good. A music festival that you put together. Now, would I do that if I was trying to make money? I don't know. Elvis for sure. Beatles for sure.
Sure.
And probably Pearl Jam, but I mean, everybody knows who Elvis is, and everybody knows who the Beatles are.
Yes.
Not sure everybody. Probably everybody knows who
you know
Pearl
what?
Jam
I
is,
never really.
And everybody knows who Garth is.
Johnny Cash should be another one that's just legendary that like you hear his shows.
Yeah.
But Bruce I've seen 7 times.
Yeah. Wow.
And every time he's gotten better.
But
I would love to see Peak Springsteen back in '85 on the Born in the USA tour, which my dad got to go to, and I think my mom did too, actually.
I love live music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just love it. But I probably haven't been to that many concerts. It's just
it is so
hard to go.
So for me,
yeah,
it is the one thing that I'm like I feel it. Like you tell me, it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
It could be Rah Rah Riot, which is like an indie band that I saw that I remember who I was with.
Yeah.
Like I remember what I was wearing. Like I remember. So I pay for. I'm like no problem paying for those experiences. You know who sneakily is one of the best I've ever seen, and you may laugh at me, but Lady Gaga is one of the best that I've ever seen in concert.
I loved her in Stars Born.
Yeah.
Did you see
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah.
It was awesome, and I never was a fan until I saw the movie.
Sure, and she actually played that song, "Shallow."
Yeah.
Like so we were in the back row.
Yeah.
Of all Chesapeake, and she came down on a piano and was like right close to us. So
yeah,
she was great. One of the best concerts that I've ever been to. Definitely top 5. Eagles were great too. Loved the Eagles.
So I probably had as many concerts in my life as you've been to Springsteen. You said 7.
Yeah,
times?
I've seen him 7 times.
So I've seen. Well, I take that back. So I'll tell you my concert lineup, and it's not too impressive. ELO.
Okay.
Kansas 4 times.
Sure.
George Jones 3 times.
Ooh yeah.
Charlie Daniels. Travis Tritt. Heart.
Yeah.
Little River Band.
Yeah. See, here my thing too is I've had the opportunity of living in Chicago.
Yeah, you had more.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Those were the
concert
2 cities.
Towns. Oklahoma City's not a very concert town. Did I say Travis Tritt? Travis Tritt.
Yes, you did.
Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, great show.
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban's a great show too.
Dierks Bentley.
Yep, saw Dierks too.
And that's probably about it.
So there was the just north of us, of my hometown, in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. There was the Country Thunder, and Country Thunder was a huge country music fest, and everybody anybody actually went there. And so for 3 or 4 years straight, I went, and this was in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
So at that height was I saw Dierks Bentley, he headlined. Carrie Underwood headlined. I saw Sugarland, who is great, and I love country music still. Luke Bryan's first album when I saw him.
He's a megastar now.
Yep, Jake Owens as well was his first album when I first saw him. I kind of got away from country a little bit because it's just not even. Compared 10 years ago to now, it's not the same. It's like that stadium.
It's
country
watered down
music.
now.
And that's how they've said about country music for as long as I've.
Last 30 years, it's been watered down.
Well, yeah, I mean, people would say Garth ruined country music.
No, that's not true.
People even saw that George Strait was he was not, Merle Haggard or.
No, there's definitely been a. There's definitely been but nowadays, if you turn the radio on, it's hard to tell one from the other.
Oh,
but
it's
I would
awful.
tell you, there's a couple Now, I'm talking about new ones. You obviously, George comes on or Kenny Chesney. You
Sure.
know those voices.
Yeah.
But today, there's probably real distinct voices that are different. Zach Brown Band,
Yes.
definitely different. Really pure country, kind of a folksy, but, really good sound.
Yeah.
I really like Eric Church.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, his storytelling is really good.
My favorite country I have two that I love right now that I could say that I love and have no problem saying it. Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I love Chris Stapleton, but he's not like anything like Kurt country music. It's more like he's just so
he's
vocal
raw.
heavy
Yeah.
and awesome.
Yeah.
Luke Combs.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Luke Combs is my other guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I truthfully, probably in the last 2 or 3 years, I don't unless it's accident, I don't even listen to country music.
Well, I actually was thinking about this today. It's like I don't know what time you're like, and if it's just a recent thing or is it that I'm getting older. I'm like I'm not looking for new music anymore.
Mm-mm.
If something comes on, but I remember back in my days in college, I'm like, there was a website that I look at and like, oh, these guys are great, and I go see them.
Yeah.
Mumford and Sons now is one of my favorite bands, and that was one of those that I found, and now like they were, have huge hits and all that. But it's just it's an interesting thought because I'm not searching for new music anymore. I've gone to what I've loved.
I just listen to K-Love or Air One, and I just what's the other station here local?
House FM.
House. That's about all I listen to.
You listen to Kanye?
No, I don't. I need to do more research before we talk about this.
What's that?
Kanye.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I need to be more informed before we have that conversation.
If you want to, that's fine. Yeah, I have my.
I'm not having an opinion one way or another.
Sure.
I certainly
do.
am not. I'm certainly not. Or some people have been kind of judgmental. I'm not going down that
Heck
road.
no, I would never be judgmental.
But I'd want to know.
Yeah.
I just want more information.
Yeah.
All I hear is what I hear, and I don't.
I've been following his career because he's a Chicago guy.
Yeah.
So.
His mom was buried here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even that story.
Yeah.
But Kanye is actually probably one of my favorite just musicians. Personally, but anyway.
Okay, so that was kind of a off the chart version of overvalued, undervalued, or money. We kind of
love it.
Yeah, that was good.
Love it.
So. Do we now transition into our top 5 Thanksgiving foods? Do we go here
our
now?
starting lineup?
Starting lineup.
Yes.
So we do one each.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we just kind of go to 5. So,
yeah.
Okay. So you want to start? Or you want me to start?
Yeah, I'll start. So I gotta have good mashed potatoes and gravy.
Okay.
I would rather, and this is a hot take, I'd rather have good mashed potatoes and gravy than turkey.
Ooh.
A hot take, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not going to rank these in 1 through 5. I'm just going to say my top 5.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So mine, I know this is going to sound like really weird, but for Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's got to be cornbread.
Cornbread. Okay. All right. That's interesting. I've never really thought like I need to have cornbread.
Most people don't even think it is a Thanksgiving.
This is why we're doing this, Dan.
Yeah.
Because you could be adding something in my life that I don't know.
And it's got to be like to me it's a southern cornbread. If you've ever had Cracker Barrel, you've eaten their which is cooked in a cast iron skillet or cast iron
whatever you call it.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Sure.
And it can't taste like cake.
No, I'm with you.
If it's cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cornbread. Okay.
Okay. My second, my mama's sweet potato casserole.
Oh, mama's sweet potato casserole.
She makes the best. Mostly because it's mainly marshmallows and brown sugar. With some sweet potatoes in there. And it is awesome.
So, every year since my dad's favorite dessert of all time was pecan pie. Okay. So one year we went to my mom's for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
No pecan pie.
What? Oh, no.
So we had one of those dual Thanksgiving things where we went to my mom's and then we went to the in-laws and all that.
Sure.
So surely pecan pie will
Somebody's got to have pecan pie.
Go to the second. No pecan pie.
It's all gone. It had already been
It's
eaten
never
at both
made.
places.
Nobody fixed it. Yes. So if I don't get pecan pie on Thanksgiving, there's going to be a problem.
You're freaking out. Okay.
So mine is pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Yeah. And I know you think I'm funny. I scrape off the pecans. I put it in the microwave. I heat it up till it gets nice and melty gooey. And I put Bluebell vanilla on top of it.
All right. Crushing it.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be obvious probably.
Okay.
But I do like a well-brined turkey. Like, you got to brine the turkey.
Okay. I'll go with that.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm in with turkey.
Soak it for
Yep.
a day.
Yep.
It's good. It's just got to be brined.
Okay.
It has to be.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm going with the turkey.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to pick the next one.
All right. You got it.
Dressing.
Just good gravy.
No, it's like
Dressing.
What do you want to call it? Stuffing, dressing, whatever. You want to call it.
Okay. Stuffing. Yeah. Gotcha.
Stuffing. I always call it dressing.
Yeah. I got
My
you.
mom made dressing.
Ooh, my mom makes a good stuffing.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Sometimes I'm
With
like,
gravy.
sometimes I'm like, I still like that Stouffer's original.
Giblet gravy.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
you like stovetop.
I like that stovetop regular. I like
Is that
them
on
both.
your 5?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. Okay.
I don't. I can do without it.
Okay.
So one of my favorites growing up is another homemade thing. My grandma Carol would make 7-layer Jello.
Yeah.
Okay, literally, it was like layer of Jello. She let it thaw. Another layer with condensed milk in the middle. Another another layer.
Milk.
Another layer of Jello. So 7 layers of Jello that she did, and she made this for me, like every year. And I'm telling you, it was almost like a day process of making Jello. So that's one of my favorites for sure.
And then on my 5th one, I'm going to say mashed potatoes and gravy.
You're going, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so that's my
That's your
5.
one.
You need one more.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go. This is actually a new tradition in my with my in-laws.
Okay.
They make homemade noodles, like thick. It's like a chicken noodle soup almost.
Oh, like dumplings maybe.
yes,
Kind of like chicken
yes,
dumplings.
yeah. And they make that every year
Those
for
dumplings.
Christmas and Thanksgiving. I love it. It's great.
So I'm not going to count this as my 5, but I definitely it's like a cherry on the top kind of thing.
Sure.
Homemade mac and cheese.
Oh yeah. Have you tried Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese?
I have not.
Do it.
Hmm.
Solid mac and cheese.
So there used to be a place in Oklahoma City called Lots of Noodles
Okay.
that used to make this over the top cheese, macaroni cheese.
Like it's a meal, like not just a side.
A
Like
bowl
we're
of-
having
yeah, no.
mac and cheese as a meal.
Yeah, a bowl.
I can respect that.
That was good.
Yeah. Oh,
Now
yeah.
you could add stuff to it if you wanted to, but I just went straight with. You could get chicken or beef or
I'm kind
just
of
give me the mac and cheese.
I'm kind of bummed that missed out on lots of noodles.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, you know where it used to be where not Pie 5, Blaze Pizza is now.
Oh yeah, up
Over there,
there,
off of
north.
Memorial?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Memorial. mhm.
It's in the same building,
Oh,
and there used to be one at Bricktown
Well, we don't need.
where Fuzzies is now.
Blaze is actually my favorite of the make your own pizza places.
It's pretty good.
But come on, I mean, we have High Five too.
Yeah, we do.
So
Okay,
yeah.
so
all right.
that's a good segment.
Solid 5 right there.
Our solid 5 Thanksgiving meals we can't do without. So if in case you missed it, Kyle's 5 was mashed potatoes and gravy, the sweet potato casserole, right?
My mama made.
Mama's
Yep. mhm.
Mama's
Yep.
brine turkey, 7-layer Jello,
Let's go.
and the in-laws is noodles, and I'm calling it dumplings because I think that's what it is. But we'll
Yeah,
call it noodles.
it's
Homemade
mostly
Okay, my 5 are cornbread,
cornbread.
and they got to be made in a cast iron skillet.
Otherwise, it's
It's fluff.
nonsense.
And it can't taste like cake because that's cake.
Better not.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Turkey.
Okay.
Dressing with gravy. And dressing with giblet gravy.
Okay.
And then mashed potatoes and gravy.
All right.
That's my five.
That's legit.
So.
That's legit.
And, of course, let me also point out that the pecan pie with the pecan scraped off with the heated up with the
Got it.
vanilla bluebell on top.
Yes.
Got to be part of it.
Have you tried? You tried cookie two-step.
I did.
For those of you out in the world, that sells Bluebell, cookie two-step.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I told Tamara about that.
Oreo or your cookies and cream mixed
with cookie dough.
It
was pretty good.
Oh man, it's good.
Watching championship wrestling.
That was great. What a great night. Great night.
All right, so let me see where we are in our lineup.
Still wanted Cody to win.
So before we go, we're not going to get a chance to talk about this, so we probably need to talk about Bedlam.
Okay.
Coming up in basically about 9 days. So what we'll probably do on our predictions next week is maybe by Sunday, maybe you're going to be able to get text?
I probably won't.
All right, we need to figure out what we're going to do for our predictions next week.
But we'll figure it out. I'll send them before. I can send them tomorrow, actually, to you.
We'll pick the games.
Yep,
I'll pick the games. I'll pick them. But anyway, we're going to talk about Bedlam now because Kyle and I will not have a show between now and Thanksgiving.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and talk about Bedlam today, even though it's a little early.
Yeah, it is a little early, and we're still unsure. Like, losing Spencer Sanders changes everything.
It does definitely mess with the stuff. So
it's kind of hard to talk about it, if you ask me. Sources, thumb surgery sidelines. Oklahoma State's Spencer Sanders out for season. It is official, like I talked about.
Did they say what it was? I mean, that was his thumb.
Thumb surgery.
Oh, good grief. I mean, they cannot
catch a break.
They can't. There's always something. It's just always something. I mean, they've lost their two best players.
No, you're not wrong.
I mean, their wide receiver and their quarterback. I mean, what else can happen?
So, I mean,
I don't even know if I want to talk about it now.
No, that's what I'm going to say. Honestly, that's what I'm going to say. It totally takes the wins out of the sails for Bedlam this year.
It does.
Because now OU is probably going to win because they have more.
They probably were anyway, but now and I don't know, Drew Brown, maybe he's a substantial starting quarterback, but he changes their options, their style, because he's more of a pocket guy, and then you got, I mean, you just don't have the weapons that you had because you got your wide receiver out for the season too.
Yeah, so unfortunately,
I don't know. That's I don't even know if I want to talk about it.
I don't really either, Dan.
I just kind of lost my.
It's just gone. My feeling, the wind's out of my sails.
You think he could race Toby?
Race Toby?
You think he could race Toby?
Who?
Think he can get Toby on the line? Can we get Toby on the line and see what his thoughts are?
I could.
Can you text him and see if he wants to come on the show?
Yeah.
We might. We could move forward, but right now, why don't you text him and say, "Hey, you want to come off the show for a minute?" Tell him we'll call him.
Okay, I'll text him. I'll see.
You want to talk about OSU? See if he wants to do it. And while he's doing that, so next week. So let me kind of fill everybody in. So if you're watching us Facebook Live, we're usually every Thursday 8 p.m. Faithletic, the podcast. If you're joining us for the first time, the podcast generally focuses a little bit on sports and faith, and we try to cover athletes and coaches and entertainers. And if you've been listening to us, we talk about food and movies and quotes, and we're not limited hardly to anything. I mean, they just got a touchdown.
Oh man, DeAndre Hopkins.
So there's just so many different things that we want to cover in a short amount of time. So 8 p.m. on Thursdays. We won't be here next Thursday because obviously it's Thanksgiving. However, there might be a special 20-minute segment next Thursday evening if you want to kind of check by. I will post it on our Facebook page. But my 92-year-old mom was a guest One, we was on a radio station when Kyle and I were on a station before, and it's been several times when people say, "Hey, when's your mom coming back on?" So she's pretty entertaining. She knows her sports, so especially when it comes to the Texas Rangers and the Dallas Cowboys. So she knows
she's gonna have feelings about that.
She'll have a thing or two to say, and she'll probably tell me how to do this whole thing. So she could be on. I haven't really talked to her about this, but if I say, "Mom, you're going to talk in front of, we're going to go," she'll go.
Sure.
She's in. If you want to check our previous episodes, I think I have 6 of them previously loaded to our YouTube channel, which is Faithletic.
Faithletic.
So all you got to do is go to YouTube, punch in Faithletic. It'll pull up our episodes. You've got like 5 or 6 of them there. I can't remember. We're pretty fresh. We're pretty new. We've been here less than 2 months. So if you get the chance, go listen to our previous episodes. We've had current Bethany High School head basketball coach Quinn Woolridge on our program a few weeks ago. His interview's on there. Talks about the season, talks about the Thunder, talks about the NBA. Also, we had the overvalued, undervalued, or money segment on there with him.
Yeah, that's right.
He wanted to do the host show. Look that way.
Oh, we could have done it this evening, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
we may have to have a whole separate podcast with that or something.
Yeah.
So,
oh man, but I love talking about the getting in the music conversation
we talk about music,
pop culture,
and so there's so many things that we can talk about here in the show, and that's kind of why we decided to do what we're going to do. We can talk whatever we want to talk about. We want to try to always center back to God and Jesus and the Word, the Gospel, those kind of things. We want to try to center back around to that. And sometimes we kind of get a little out in the right field, left
Things
field.
happen.
We want to try to stay away from political landscape.
Oh, I'm not talking about politics.
Yeah.
You know the best thing about politics? Or the best thing about sports? It's not politics.
It isn't?
It's not. The best thing about sports is not politics.
Yeah. Well, there's politics in sports, so
there's that.
Just go look.
We'll talk about that, though, maybe.
Yeah. Kind of like the commissioner of the ACC was talking about how the playoff system's a little bit unfair. Like, no kidding.
Well, that and the ACC stinks, so
true.
They don't have much to say this year.
Okay.
I think we'll probably have to hold Toby for the next time.
Okay. He's in hiatus. Huh?
Yeah,
it is kind of late, though.
It is late.
We did kind of hit him up a little bit. I didn't realize it was almost 10 o'clock. Okay, so you where are we at? Let's
Nick
see.
Foles?
Yeah, let's go.
I just wanted to talk about just a little bit about his comments last week. He actually just was very outspoken about his faith, and I don't exactly know what the reporters said or asked him, but basically, Nick Foles got injured this season, missed half the season. We had Minshew Mania, which was great, but he's gone and went and talked about the fact that, this is all a part of God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool. He's like, I just don't believe in the prosperity gospel. Like, obviously, this is a part of God's plan. And so if you know Nick Foles or anything about Nick Foles, just what he's meant to the locker room, and that's why I'm sure that this Jaguars team is different, that they're actually in competitions this year, is largely in part of his locker room presence, is what I'm guessing. That there's character being added to that locker room because from what I've heard, he's just a likable person, that he's really genuinely caring. So, but it was just really cool to see that how outspoken, that Tim Tebow kind of passion in the way that he spoke about Jesus, realizing that he's like, hey, I could never play it down in the NFL again, but like my ministry is ministering to my teammates and loving on them, which was really, really kind of a cool thing. So that's what I had. Do you have anything to add about that? I mean, pretty much like everybody knows the story about him with the Eagles, where half the team got baptized
Yep.
almost, and that year that he was there, they win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
He steps
The
in for
backup.
Carson Wentz. Yeah, incredible story.
So here's just a little bit, in case y'all are not aware. I mean, Nick Foles he's like a journeyman.
yeah, oh yeah,
Played his first game with the Eagles in Week 10 of 2012 after Michael Vick left with an injury. Foles then made his first start the following week. So that was 2012, okay? And then he goes on to stints with the Rams, the Chiefs, and then he returns to the Eagles in 2017. So he just leaves the Eagles to go to these other teams. He actually, didn't he not play with Andy Reid at KC? Did he bring him in? I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
For a
I
season?
think but I don't remember him starting. I think it was Alex Smith. But
Yeah, but he was just a backup.
yeah,
And then he goes back to the Eagles, basically just kind of like an insurance project
Sure.
for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz goes down late in the season, and then Foles leads the Eagles to the Super Bowl with their first ever. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not it's their third appearance, but their first win. And guess who he beats? The Eagles, or not the Eagles,
Yeah,
the Patriots. So,
it's incredible.
and he's a Texas guy. Can't hold that against him. Played at Westlake High School, 2-year starter. Went to Arizona. I can remember him at Arizona in 2012 when he beat Oklahoma State.
Well, yeah, that was a crazy game. I
Yeah.
remember that
Yeah.
game.
And
He was blonde blonde hair and all of that. Yeah, he was a stud.
so just a little bit of that background and just what he's done in his life, and to have that kind of commitment is just amazing. And
Absolutely.
and have that faith and just saying, hey, and I mean, how many of us can be that trusting? I mean, we always wonder, like, why, God, why have you got me doing this? And he never, I mean, I'm sure he's probably had that question, but he definitely goes and says all the right things, does all the right things, and just, gets traded to I don't know, did he get traded or get released from the Eagles? Did they release him last year? Or they traded him.
I believe they traded him.
So he traded him to the Jaguars, and he gets hurt, the first or second game?
Second game of the season. Got hurt.
And it just, I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
He's just got he's got that passion inside him, and you just know, like, the Holy Spirit is within that guy. He's a calm, cool, and collected presence, and he's a humble dude that just gives everything back to the glory of God. So, pretty cool.
And that kind of segues into what I was going to share with the devotion tonight. It's one of my favorite devotions, and it's actually the theme of it's called The Wonder of It All. I kind of borrowed this from, and I'm trying to remember the person's name who. I'm going blank, and I'll think of it here in a minute. But anyway, I used to get a devotion. Well, I still do, but one from a particular individual that was actually my mother-in-law's Sunday school teacher, and he published a devotion every Friday. Dr. Tom Barnard's his name, so lives in Oklahoma City, or used to. He's a member many years at Bethany First Nazarene here in in Bethany, Oklahoma. And anyway, he and some of his stuff he won't take credit for. Obviously, this is biblical, but he put out one called The Wonder of It All, and it's basically staying grounded and being what you are and what you're intended to be. And all of these are based on Peter, 1 Peter. This one's 1 Peter 2:9. Then there's 1 Peter 1:13, 1 Peter 1:15, 1 Peter 1:6, and 1 Peter 1:7. So here they are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that you commit to. One is remember who you are. Okay, that comes from 1 Peter 2:9. Remember your mission. Be prepared. Okay, be holy. Be thankful, and be faithful. And it probably reminds you of the words from The Wonder of It All, which is a gospel song. There's the wonder of the sunset at evening, the wonder at sunset I see. But the wonder of wonders that thrills my soul is the wonder that God loves me. There's the wonder of springtime and harvest and the sky and the star and the sun. But the wonder of wonders that thrills my soul is a wonder that's only begun.
It's a good word.
Yeah, good stuff. So one of my favorite, I would, one of these days when we could spend 15, 20 minutes just talking about that passage.
Oh, yeah.
And basically reminding who we are, why we're here, what we have to do, what our mission is, what our purpose is. And it basically was done to inspire those who felt like they didn't have a cause.
Sure.
And look at Nick Foles, who easily, after his 2016-2000 season, he could have just said, you know what, I'm going to retire.
I'm done, yeah.
I'm done. He goes to the Eagles. He becomes the starting quarterback. He leads them to the Super Bowl. And you just change the culture of the Philadelphia Eagles, which I absolutely hated the Eagles until I heard the story.
Yeah, and he changed his coach's perspective and everything.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
That's crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's all about him.
Yep.
And he's his wonder, and I'm looking forward to being on a boat next week and being able to see those sunsets and all of his glory.
There you go.
And my prayer is just that I wouldn't forget him in the midst of that amazingness, and realizing that, man, don't worship the creation, worship the Creator.
Yep.
I think that goes for just about anything in our lives. Is that so much every time we want to worship the creation and all the good things that go with it, but we have a Creator that loves us more than we could possibly imagine.
It's easy for us sometimes to lose perspective of that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, I travel to locations that I have to do in work, and every time I get in the car and have to go to a different one, I have to remind myself what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And how do you be more godly when you walk into a place and put off a good example, at the same time have a job to do and have something you have to accomplish.
Right.
And I was a little challenged the last couple of days, and it was I got through it, and God got me through the process, but there were times when I
don't want to do this.
I certainly want to handle this a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, this is basically kind of closing up the final segment of our second segment today. So, you got any parting words or last things to break?
Just have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too,
and
man.
Just to anybody, this is the time of year, or obviously this week, that I would just challenge y'all, write down the things that you're thankful for, big and small.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told the kids, be thankful for the big things that you're going away to college, or you may have made a college decision or whatever, but also be thankful for tacos, stuff like that. Anywhere in between, and realize that God is faithful in the big things, and He's faithful in the little things as well. And so we should thank Him for those things. So.
You know what I have is standby when I get tired of Thanksgiving leftovers? Tacos.
As you should.
As if you go in there and look on our, and I think she's probably put them away by now, but if you go in there and look on our kitchen cabinet or kitchen counter, there was taco stuff out when you came in. So
just in case.
Gotta have tacos somewhere.
I mean, I'm looking for Taco Bell about 8:30 on Thursday, usually. So,
well, I don't know about Taco Bell, but I'd be looking for some fuzzies, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, I'm not afraid of Taco Bell, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been our show tonight. We appreciate everybody listening in. We're sorry we had to cut it up into two segments, but I kind of lost an episode, or half an episode a couple weeks ago. I don't know, because I just got too much content in one, and I'm still trying to do this and still trying to figure it out. But tune in 2 weeks for sure.
Sure.
Which I don't even know what that date would be.
It is December the 5th.
Okay, December the 5th. We'll be live here.
Day after my birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do something special for
sure.
you. We'll have to do a birthday celebration for KC.
I'm in.
And then maybe perhaps a quick session Thanksgiving night with my 92-year-old mom, perhaps. Stay tuned on Facebook. I will let you know if that's going to happen. It would probably be around 7, 8 o'clock.
Sure.
Be after the Dallas game. If Dallas loses, I probably won't do it.
Let's just be honest, right?
Probably won't do it.
Yep.
Because I won't be in a good mood. All right. Have a good Thanksgiving. Eat too much if you choose. Have plenty of dessert. Heck, have dessert first if you want.
Hey, that way if you maybe something happens during the middle of that meal, you have a heart attack, at least you'll have dessert and you get to go home after that.
Yep.
So
with a smile on your face and having a cookie.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate everybody. God's with you. God loves you, and we love you, and thank you for joining in. We will see you in 2 weeks. Faithletic, the podcast. Have a good night.